Good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I know Michael Beach Your Life is traveling, and I know Jacob Tajay will be on here. What's up to my old heads? Roger Walker, thank you so much, brother, for all your support, man. I really appreciate it. You too, Jeffrey Chatter, all my old heads. Anybody that's new to the live stream today, welcome. And thank y'all for joining me on replay. The peso is 55.92. We always have a topic. Today's topic is 5 major reasons you have an ED problem. Let's talk about this. Remember, my channel's dominated by a male audience, 45 and over, and this is stuff we need to be talking about. Very important. It's relevant. But remember, this is your live stream, so you can talk about anything you want. Chosen One says, it's the way God made it. Nobody should be having children when they're old. It's a young man's game. Well, I guess your God created prostate cancer too. Let's keep it real. Yeah, I'm telling you the nitty gritty too. Wow, 24 hours of nonstop rain in Fort Lauderdale. He said this will be interesting. Yeah, before I get started, let's talk about a few things. My house is not falling down, guys, okay? I didn't do it on the cheap, okay? And some lady was saying, oh, I should have hired an engineer. She doesn't realize that the engineer that built this house is not only one of the best engineers in St. Carlos City, probably one of the best on Negroes Island. Okay, he did everything right. I built this house on my YouTube channel. I brought y'all along with me, so I'm just bringing you along with me with the progression. It's 2 years old. I'm showing you the cracks. I'm showing you that we're going to fix it, just in case you may be thinking about building a house over here that's 95% hollow block and cement. I don't want you to panic and say, oh, I wasted my money. I realize that my foundation is still settling, but calm down, guys. I mean, I was just talking to my buddy Franz the other day. Some of you guys there's no hope for you. We were talking about something else, and I said that. I said, man, you have to understand that some of these guys, there's no hope. You can't help them. You know, we live in a world of skeptics and experts, but I know how to handle you. But that's all the reason I showed that to you. I'm trying to give you interesting content that's going to help you somewhere down the line. But if all you're going to do is throw darts, come on, man. He said, you're right. It looked like Bronny Lott. He said, I got ED dating overweight and broke women. Yeah, you're getting ahead of me because I'm going to tell you, you're right. Hey, Patrick, we're going to have to do something different. And I apologize. I'm probably just going to have to interview you, man. You know, I can't take a chance. It was really bad yesterday. But we'll get you set up because I can do something different. I can actually send you a link and I can interview you from there on StreamYard and then upload it. And that's what I'll do. What's up, Kamal? Checking in. But yeah, my house is not falling down, guys. I mean, come on. I got a beautiful house. I'm very satisfied with it. And $1 million pesos is a lot of money over here. Y'all stay in that exchange calculator. When you get over here, ask your woman how much her house costs. Okay. And of course, you know, I took some hits on my, there's Jacob Tanjay. On my workout video. Look, I'm not Ronnie Coleman. I'm trying to set an example for older guys. If we get older, don't mean we have to stop. I'm not in any type of competition with anybody. Guy was talking about my stomach. Like, come on, guys. Y'all so petty with this stuff, man. I mean, y'all really need a life. When you start hanging around people's comment section, and all you can do, because I don't remember this guy ever, you know, commenting about my 166-kilometer walk to Dumagetti. That takes a whole lot more strength and endurance than a 30-minute workout twice a day or 3 times a week. But that's the world we live in, guys. You know, I'm going to keep on doing me and enjoying my life over here and try to, you know, be a beacon of hope for some people. That's what my channel's about. I'm not going to fight trolls. I'm not going to fight haters, man. You know, I know how to handle y'all. Oliver Freeman says, good morning there and evening here, Calvin. Not a problem with that issue. Check out UMZU Redwood, which improves the blood flow throughout the entire body. Just enough perspective. Wow, thank you, man. That's something, because we're going to talk about the solution, because the problem and the solution is really the same. They're two sides of the same coin. But okay, he said the cure for ED is a good-looking woman 99% of the time. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he said your house is one of the best in Filipino standards. Most Filipinos build their own houses. That's true. You know, but when they start throwing darts at the engineer and, you know, are you trying to be cheap? And if one guy called me a loser, he said, are you a loser in America? And so you came over here and, you know, and built a substandard home, right? Has no idea what he's talking about. First of all, 99% of the men I meet over here are winners. You know, they may come over here and do some stupid stuff, but you don't make it over here. If you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere, because it's so over here. Once you make it over here and you've got to deal with everything we deal with, and you really have to stand on your own 2 feet, then you're a winner. There ain't no losers over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, the blood flow. But yeah, let's get into this. I got this idea, you know, I was going through my YouTube feed, and this guy was doing a reaction video. That lady's name that played on the Ghostbusters, the black lady. Is she a comedian? I know she's an actress. Is her name Leslie something? Well, anyway, boy, she was talking about brothers. She was like, we need to get it together in the sexual department and everything like that. He was doing the reaction. It was a lot of truth to what she was saying. But of course, you know, remember, we're tough guys. When we're kind of, truth is like our crypto in a lot of things. Our ego's getting away. But she was saying a lot of truth in that. But he was just saying that she wasn't good looking enough to turn guys on. So I said, wow, you know, this would be an interesting topic. And the first thing I put down here is one of the things she said, and it's true. You're not drinking enough water. Guys, y'all know you're not drinking enough water, man. It was only till I came over here that I started drinking water. And hey, Xavier, what's up, man? And yeah, Leslie Jones. What's up, Xavier? That's my buddy, man. I still am listening to your CD, man. See if I could play it on YouTube, but I'm afraid that they'll hit me with a copyright. Yeah, Leslie Jones. That's her name. But it wasn't until I came here that I started drinking water. When you see me at the gym, Viper Gym, that's why I like to go, because it forces me to drink water. And I'll drink about 2 liters there during my workout. But we don't drink enough water, man. We're drinking coffee, beer, Coke, Hennessy. But that's one of the reasons. And okay, he's taking the words right out of my mouth. He says, as for ED, get in shape, work out constantly, and have an attractive partner. As for the comedian Leslie Jones, I wouldn't poke her with your meat. No. But what she was saying, she has a lot of truth to it, okay? But you're right. I get at her, no exercise routine, or we're inactive. And, you know, that's why I do my workout videos. It's not to become Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that. He said, "What's your email address?" Jacob, can you put my email address? I'm on my phone. If I was on my computer, I could do it, Al. But it's Cal Roach 1, CalRoach 1 at gmail.com. But that's the reason I do it. I just encourage you to do some walk, whatever it takes. But get active. You know, they get these cheer aerobics now. I'll be seeing all these cheer workouts for these older guys. But I don't believe anything on Facebook. I don't believe anything on Facebook. Even though YouTube and Facebook are similar, I believe more of what's on YouTube than Facebook. I don't believe anything on Facebook. They're selling everything. And I mean, it's just so much fake news on that. He says, my OG, bro, you're an inspiration to us 40 and over. I'm putting this into words. Your game show should be on local Filipino TV. Yeah, I'm going to go out today, man. Now that I'm feeling well, I didn't want to get up close to anybody. I wasn't 100%. But you're right, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to refine that show. I'm going to get the right mics and everything because it's fun. People love it, man. Before, first people are so shy. But once they see one or two people, it's a crowd. It brings a crowd because they love game shows over here. And I think it's a good one. It's just a take. Y'all remember the show in America, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grade Student, right? Well, over here they call it grade 5. And I just flipped it around. Are you smarter than a grade 5 student? But I'm just asking simple questions dealing with Filipino history, culture, pop culture, and different things like that. Yeah, he said Calvin, the haters are overweight and broke, living in their mama's basement. I couldn't get it, man. This guy was critiquing me like, I guess like he was Mr. Olympia or somebody. And I'm like, oh, well, he said, honesty is not hate. I said, well, I didn't ask for your honesty. I said, you're just invisible. What are you doing for people, man? But that's the type of world we live in. You got to come to expect it, because Brian said that's why I couldn't have a YouTube channel. I couldn't deal with that. And I'm saying, yeah, but I can. I know how to deal with it. I've been dealing with it my whole life. Now, on YouTube, it took me a while because of the drive-bys. They drive by and you just see this little invisible profile and they shooting crazy junk at you. But hey, 53 Shades Dark, he said, what's up, peeps? And his channel's growing. And he works out. He says, I own the copyright and the publishing. Do it as you please. You've got the green light. Yeah, but what happens is, Xavier, even though you own it, YouTube knows you own it. But I'm going to try it because I really like your style, man. And I saw you on your Facebook page, man. You was with some big boys, Babyface, a bunch of them, man. You ain't no joke. And, Babyface is one of my favorite songwriters. I've been following Babyface, man, since the early 80s. I used to live in Cincinnati, and on my lunch break, I'd go down Spring Grove Avenue on the way to Hardee's. They had a Hardee's there. I used to love that mushroom and Swiss burger. Well, on the way, I'd see them. Their studio was right there, the studio of Reggie Calloway. And they'd be out there shooting the breeze, I guess, during their break. Some of them would be smoking. And there used to be a nightclub right across the bridge in Covington. It was called Jello's. And I see all the people from the Deal. Anybody remember the Deal, Two Occasions and all that? But Babyface was never with them. But I met L.A. Reid. I met them all, but him. Because now, hindsight being 2020, Babyface was always in the studio writing. He was serious about his business. But there's my email. But yeah, 53 Shades Darker, man. Keep growing your channel, man. But yeah, we don't have no exercise routine. We're inactive. We've got a bad diet. She said, y'all over there eating McDonald's and all that stuff. And she's telling the truth. This lady, she's a comedian. Comedians tell the truth in a funny way. But as men, especially black men, man, we're so sensitive and we can't handle the truth. She may have been trying to help us, but they were saying, oh, look how ugly she is and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. This lady was dead on the money, okay? And she's probably going by what her friends is telling her to, because a lot of times ED, it doesn't mean you can't get it up. It means after that first round, you're done. You can't get it back up. And a lot of things causes that. That's what we want to talk about today, because the problem and the solution is right there together. Retard 2019 said, Calvin, I'm going to see Babyface in concert this Sunday. He's one of the ones I haven't seen. Now, he was at the casino, but it was a sellout. I couldn't get a ticket right before we came to the Philippines. But I go all the way back with the deal with him writing for Atlantic Star. He's one of the most prolific songwriters. What's the guy's name? David Foster. Yeah, he said, Babyface is the one that used to beat him out of the Songwriter of the Year awards all the time in Grammys. Because David Foster is no joke, man. He's wrote for everybody. Hey, Kamar says, it stirs me to cite self-cited nobodies hate on someone promoting self-care. Yeah, that's all it was. I don't get it, but you know how it is, Kamar. But if we improve our diet, see, that's one thing you can do. It's expensive, though. It's expensive. When you start, especially when you take into account a peso economy. These fruits and vegetables over here, man, they're just, people would rather buy rice and different things like that than to buy fruits and vegetables. Same as in America, they talk about that 99-cent McDonald's meal. What are you gonna take if you're struggling? You got 99 cents. Are you gonna buy an orange? Are you gonna buy that? You get the cheeseburger, the fries, and the Coke, which is crap. It's no good for you. The orange is gonna, sustain your life, but you're not gonna do it. So then, here it is: masturbation and pornography. They go hand in hand, and that's pun intended. Okay. Yeah, masturbation and pornography. It's going to cause you problems eventually when you do finally, make that connection. Now, remember, this one is, because pornography's big, and then they got these old OnlyFans now, and it just gets bigger. I mean, it just keeps growing, man. And pretty soon, now they're coming up with these dolls and everything. Some guy married a mannequin on YouTube. See, that's the type of stuff I don't believe. He married a damn mannequin. It's crazy. Now, of course, old age. That's what the chosen one was talking about earlier. He said, yeah, he says, that's God's way of saying old men shouldn't have babies, but that's not true. We can have babies, until we die, really. It's women who eventually can't have them, but men can have them. But old age will catch up to you eventually. And I just want to know if there's somebody old enough on here who, they had their fun during their days, and their time has passed them, and they no longer, get a hard on. They're no longer sexually aroused. I want to know what that feels like, man. I don't want to wait 25 years to find out if somebody knows. What is it to live a sexless life. You know, men who are still, you know, thriving and everything, we can't comprehend that. Timothy Bright says, true, yet the question wasn't answered. What was the question? I didn't see it. Okay, Timothy Bright. Is this it? He said, men here in the U.S. uses Cialis, Viagra, gas station pills to help with ED, even if some of us exercise. What or where would experts get supplements from PI and the names for it? Is it hard to get? No, it's not hard. Well, you need a prescription over here to get the real stuff, but they sell that stuff on the street. Now, they got real supplements, Timothy. Remember, when John was still alive, I have a subscriber. I don't know if he's watching now or not. He lives in Singapore. He sent me, and he's got a whole website of this stuff. And he sent me these supplements, man, because the ingredients that go in Viagra and all Cialis and all that, you know, they're not regulated. But he sent me like 5 different. He sent me the tuxedo. He sent me some gummies, and they work. I mean, they work so well that Merlin told me stop using them. And they did work because, you know, I'm skeptical of stuff like that. But I don't know the side effects. You know, of course, you know, a lot of guys dying taking that Viagra because I know it increases your blood pressure and all that. But you can get all that stuff over here and more. You know, that Tonkat Ali that's in everything that arouses men. They got it in coffee over here. Tea. You can take the pills straight. Yeah, the Tonkat Ali. And a lot of the men, they're ashamed to go into the pharmacy. This is what my wife was telling me, and buy it. Because they're going to get that strange look. The women behind the counter know what they're buying it for. Okay, the surgery. You know, he was talking about God this and God that. I said, yeah, well, God must have created prostate cancer too, which kills a lot of men, which, you know, it just renders a lot of men mute in the sexual department, puts us through a lot of hell. And, you know, like I said, when we're talking about ED, we're not putting anybody down, you know, especially when it comes to something as serious as that. You know, they went up in my butt 5 years ago, a little bit over 5 years before I came here. You know, when I go back to the United States, which I'm going back in the next few months or whatever, I'm going to get it done again. I'm not going to do it here. You know, I don't feel comfortable doing it here. Hey, Ajima's World, he said, what's up, Cal? Great video. Which one? Yeah, he said Viagra actually decreases blood pressure. Well, a lot of guys were dying when that Viagra first came out. But the surgery, guys, you know, get that thing checked, man, before it's too late. Because once it spreads, there's not a whole lot they can do. I was looking on, I was reading the other day, and you know, when you're young, you don't realize how young certain people are when they die. Like Minnie Riperton that sings "Loving You." See, I had to have been maybe 13 or 14 or something when she died. Maybe less, maybe 11 or something. She was only 31 years old when she had breast cancer and it had spread and it was too late. And man, she was 31 years old when she died. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, and see, Ajima, I know that you know, had some problems. I'm not going to discuss them. You know, I know how important that is, the privacy and everything. But you know, we think we're less than a man if we have problems like that. And you know, that's how we measure our manhood, basically. So it's something that you don't talk about, but I talk about it because it's real life. You know, he said, hit the like button like it's butter on your bread. Robert Dame says as you get older, the main cause of ED is a natural reduction of nitrous oxide from aging. A nitric oxide booster is safe. Yeah, I use beetroot and it works, man. I mean, I'm not really right now. I'm not really worried about it because the next one is what I'm talking about. It really helps me. But one reason why you have an ED problem is because you're with ugly, unattractive women. A lot of big Shirleys and stuff over there. And if you don't think that that affects you, it does. But the solution is right on the other side of that coin. If you got an attractive woman that you're emotionally involved with, that goes a long, long way, guys. Let me tell y'all my story. When I came to the Philippines, I thought my equipment had stopped working. Hey, thanks, Retard 2019, for that super chat. He says, Calvin, in January, my stomach was so big that I couldn't see my manhood in the shower. Got serious and lost belly fat down to a 34-inch waist. Wow, congratulations, man. And you do it one day at a time, one meal at a time, one workout at a time. But you know, me and my wife, we've been together for so many years, like 16 years or something. And, you know, the last 2 years, really 18 years, but the last 2 years I don't count. And you just get tired of the begging and you get tired of the missionary and, you know, she's putting on extra weight and, you know, it's just, and then I'm going through the midlife crisis and she really wasn't turning me on, man. And I really couldn't do anything. And I'm thinking, well, hell, I'm 45. Maybe this is the age when it starts acting up like that. But when I came over here, even the 41-year-old, the first one I met, man, I mean, right then and there, I knew right away there was nothing wrong with me. Because, you know, this woman was sexy, man. She was, at that time, one of the nicest looking women I'd ever been with. But the women over here have certainly cured that uh, erroneous thinking that was in my mind. I'm thinking like, well, you know, maybe I need to go and get some Viagra my damn self. Mm-mm. And I haven't had any problems since. But when you're dealing with these unattractive women, you know, that they don't have good hygiene, you know, they're overweight, they just, you know, the better days are beyond them. It's hard for you to get it up, man, and keep it up. Matthew said, my colonoscopy is due next year and I'll be there. You're not comfortable doing that in Cebu, Manila, Cal. Not a colonoscopy. I'm talking about a prostate exam. That's a big difference. You know, I don't want to get misdiagnosed with that because the last article I read, 1 in 15 men are misdiagnosed, man. Imagine if you're the one guy. And, you know, they scare you half to death. All they got to say is cancer. And then, you know, there's your whole life gone down the drain. You're going to follow everything your doctor says. He wants you to be submissive to him. You have that surgery. You know, there's different options now. When my wife's first cousin had it in 2000, they cut his prostate out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that ever is back to normal or not after that. Because I know they sent him, because we used to go to casino together. He started me going. And he was telling me they sent him pumps and everything. And I want some sensation. I just don't want to walk around with a heart on. I want a sensation, man. I don't want to just sit there and then, beating the damn woman to death. I want eventually for it to come to a climax. Kente Dancy said Calvin is right about attraction of available women, irrespective of marital status. Now, how's your dating been going on? Have you gotten lucky yet or unlucky? 53 Shades Darker says in the Philippines, the Calvin 55 and you're 60, working out and staying fit shows on both of us that this is a great way to keep that body right. The more you keep it up, the more you will not have to worry about ED. Yeah, it scares me, man. That's a good motivator. I'm going to cut out sugar and everything eventually. It's funny. Before I even got that old messed up comment from that guy, I was telling Marilyn, I said, I'm going to push it and see how far I can really go. Which means, cutting down on rice, bread, sugar, and just eating better, man. Timothy Bright said, Robert, Dame, you and Calvin are correct. Nitrous oxide and beetroots is a benefit for men. Also, nitrates and green leafy vegetables are a benefit as well. Yeah, I've got a real simple recipe for male enhancement. It involves the 4 ounces of watermelon, then 4 ounces of the rind, the white rind. I believe it's a teaspoon of one whole lemon squeezed. And then I want to say a half a teaspoon or a sprinkle of that cayenne pepper. And, you mix it up and then you drink it. Like 30 minutes later, it's supposed to help you. Thank you, Matthew, for that super chat. He said, it's not big down there, me. The Philippines fixed it as small, tight, had babies young, so it's still good and wet. As age, lose nerves, need tight. Oh, okay. If it's not big down there, okay, the Philippines, okay. Yeah, that helps. We're not even talking about size. We're just about erectile dysfunction. And that's something that we don't even want to discuss as men. And that's our worst nightmare. That all of a sudden you with this hot, young, attractive woman and you can't do anything. It won't work. And Leslie Jones said, and then they get mad at me. She said, don't get mad at me. And then I put down here what she said. You need to go to the doctor and get a checkup. She said that you take your car to get a damn checkup, but you don't take your dick to get a checkup. And so I put on here, you haven't visited your doctor. Remember, guys, you got to get that checkup in order to get that tune-up. But she was right about that. We don't go to the doctor. We don't know what's wrong with us. We don't know. We're afraid that we're walking around with something now and the doctor's going to tell us something. So we think if we don't go to the doctor, it's not there. Okay, yeah, high blood pressure medication will mess you up, fellas. I know that. Diabetes medication will mess you up. I'm not on any medication, but my brother was. He just lost all interest in women. May he rest in peace. He wasn't, and this is a guy, man, you talking about handsome, ladies, man. But once he had that diabetes and they put him on that medication, it was a wrap, man. He just wasn't interested in women, man. What's up, Elliot? Yeah, now he's talking about keto, no sugar, bread, carbs. It works. Well, see, I don't want to. I'm too old for that, Al. I just want a balanced diet. I need good fats, protein. The right carbs. See, I'm too old for all that stuff. Excuse me. I'm from the what's that guy's name? Because one of my subscribers told me today, said, Funk Robert. See, I'm from his school of thought. We don't need all that stuff. It messes with your testosterone when you start doing all that old crazy diets like that. Now, that's not what I want. You need, good fats, protein, of course, and good carbs. If you can get uh, a balance of that, you'll be okay. You don't need all the crazy stuff. And then, exercise. You get your routine going. Walk. What's up, Michael Alexander? Glad you could join us today. IBEB Radio says, do you guys have seeded watermelons there, champ? Yeah, absolutely. Every last one of them. Remember, we get our stuff from the market. We support the farmers here, man. And yeah, it's real watermelon here. I hate dealing with them seeds, but I know it's fresh. Carl Butt said, Cal, based on the black man's history, you, Mr. Sunshine Shoulders, will eventually suffer ED, and the psychological effects of it will break your spirit and masculinity. What will you do? Well, see, like I told you yesterday, Carl Butt, or the last live stream I had, I just have to cross that bridge when I get to it. Okay, as long as I'm 80 years old, I'm probably going to have a problem with it. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, man, you got to realize, man, I can do it 3 times a day, 4 if I wanted to right now, because I've got an attractive partner that turns me on like that, and I can't do it boom, 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 but I can do it breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack before bed, but I'm gonna have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't even think like that. Really, that's negative thinking. Retired 2019 said, fellas, walk 15,000 steps a day, eat out less. Yeah, I walked over my 5 days. I walked over 54,000 steps a day over those 5 days. Some days more, some days less, but it averaged about 54,000 steps. I average 9 hours a day. And some people are dealing with this ED now, and I just want them to open up about it and be okay talking about it and say, hey, okay, what can I do? What is a life without sex? If you're a man out there and you're just not aroused anymore. When you see a woman, that part of you no longer works anymore. What is that like? I think somebody who's suffering from that could write a book and it would become a bestseller. And I'm serious about that. We don't even think about it, let alone want to talk about it. But let's get to the next one. It says, yeah, well, I've covered them all that I put down. But stress, of course, that's, health and healthcare is what I didn't. Well, I guess I did when I said you're not visiting your doctor. But health and healthcare, stress, your nerves. When I'm with a new woman, okay, it's hard for me um, to perform that first time. I'm gonna get it up just out of, you know, uh, just because she's there with no clothes on. But really, it's not gonna be like as we get to know each other and become comfortable with each other. He said, no life without sex, in my opinion. But there's men who are living without it. Dr. Sebi was having babies in his 80s. Well, I know if you want to believe it, I don't know if it's true or not, or is it without chemicals or anything. Al Pacino, he's 89. And then Robert De Niro, he's in his 80s, on damn near 79. Happy Man 6920, thanks for that super chat. He said, I got to give it to you, Shane, and all you guys always here. You all make this one of the best and informative channels on YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you. I just like to talk about real life stuff. This is relevant to us, man. We want to know what we can do to keep it strong, because we're coming over here dating women 20, 30, 40, 50 years younger than us, who are human beings, and they want that attention. They want that affection. So what's the whole point if you can't produce? And if you think, hey, I'm having problems, it could be your diet. Could be you're not drinking enough water. Leave that old Jollibee. Jollibee's okay. I usually eat Jollibee about once a month, maybe. Any type of fast food, really. Get you some type of routine. Start walking around the block like Retard 2019 says. He walked 15,000 steps a day. Start out walking, 2,000, whatever it is. But you want to, they call it maintenance for a reason. You want to get out in front of that. You don't want to wait till ED knocks on your door. He'll get there before the woman does. Stanley says, I met a girl in the Polar. I'm going to spend a month together in January. I need Cialis. Yeah, you'll get it. I would get some before I came. But the Polar's a nice place. Yeah, the thigh gap, man, there's no sense. It's not the age gap, guys. It's the thigh gap. I talked about that before. But we keep wanting to worry about the age gap. If you can still lay the pipe and do your part as a man, it really doesn't matter how old you are, because you're going to get some satisfaction out of the arrangement. But if you come over here and you just want a nice looking woman to look at and be around all the time, I don't know. I haven't met too many men like that. Ian says, hey, Cal, do you have Cash App? I don't know how the super chat works. I don't. I'm in the Philippines. Cash App is not available outside the United States. And, I'm going to do a video on, you're vulnerable to identity theft and hacking and everything when you're living overseas. And I'm doing my banking and everything in America, man. During the walk, 3 of my credit cards was hacked, right? Now here just recently, somebody opened up an AT&T mobility account, and I've got to call AT&T. They, it's on my credit report now for $2,550. That's the only reason I knew, because I've got credit wise with my Capital One, and they gave me an alert. And I'm like, AT&T? In January, somebody opened up an account with a phone and all that, and of course didn't pay. So they gave me the fraud information, but I just have PayPal, really. But yes, the thigh gap, y'all. Don't be confused about that. Because, you keep talking about the age gap, the maturity gap. That's the thigh gap. As long as you can ring that bell, you're not going to have a problem anywhere. But as men, we're caught in a catch-22. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you can, you're a dirty old man. That's all you want is sex. But if you can't, if ED's on your back, now they're talking about you too. So you got to reach a point in your life where you just got to say to hell with what people think. That's the way I am. He said karate in the Philippines said the first time needs a 2-hour foreplay. Well, it's just different for me the first time. I have to get comfortable. That's why I don't work well on the clock. Even when I was in the service, the only time where I really worked on the clock was when we went to Brazil, which I don't care who you are, unless you're dead. You walking around dead, they just have them throw the dirt on you. You're gonna perform. And then when I went to Israel, and that was because we had been out to sea for 73 days. But normally, it's hard for me to work off the clock. Now, I did work off the clock in London. When we went, we took a tour from Portsmouth, England to London, and they took us to the red light district. It's really a red light district. They got red lights on the houses that have prostitutes. You go there, you ring the bell, the lady comes, opens up the door. And it's just so comfortable. It's just so relaxing. And, I was able to, to do something. The lady was so nice. It was just, it's the only real situation that I've been able to perform in like that, where I know that I'm going up, I'm going to pay for this. It's like going to the store. He said, drinking alcohol makes it worse. Yeah. But let me go back to what Robert Dame said, because a lot of people say, no, I don't think so, Robert. Wait. Let's see. Oh, there. He said, Robert Dame said, I know this sounds ugly, but an implant with a pump hidden in your ball sack gives safe dynamic results. So I've heard, he says. Are you sure you don't have that? You giving too many details, Robert. He said, you stay hard for hours and keep her happy. Yeah, but what about you, Robert? Are you going to be happy? I just don't want to sit there and beat a dead horse for 2 hours and she's happy or whatever, sore or whatever, or dry. You got to come to some type of climax. But our diet is bad too, man. We got a bad diet, guys. A lot of us, we just, food has become a habit. You start off eating that poor, the junk food and no good food, and then you become addicted to it. And it's hard to break. Man, it's hard to break. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to do something. But when I go back to the States, man, I'm like, wow, but I got an alert one time and I didn't pay any attention. From CreditWise, it says, we found your information on a dark site. It's always something, they always talk about the scammers going on in the Philippines. But it's over in the West, they're doing all that stuff, man. That's where the scammers are. They always got something up their sleeve, especially in America. You're never safe. Hey, Michael Judge, he says, hey, Cal, I always tune in. Appreciate that you keep it real, the real nitty gritty. Thank you, Michael, for your support. He says, beer is made with hops. Hops have estrogen. And ED for men is a result of high estrogen. Yeah, beer is good for women, not for men. Yeah, he said, freeze your credit, then no worries about your credit being hacked. Yeah, it's I'm going to have to do that because I only use one credit card here anyhow. But I believe what happened, like I said, they said that they saw my information on a dark site. A lot of times, these third parties that you're dealing with, their information gets hacked and you're in there. Like maybe, my VPN or StreamYard or someplace where I'm paying a monthly subscription. Then they get hacked and my information is in there. It's got to be something. because it's happened to me. It happened to me in 2019. They took like 2,000 in cash from my bank account, and I spent $101 at Piggly Wiggly in South Carolina. Before I knew what was going on, I get those alerts, and I immediately stopped it. He said, "Did you, Sharon Lapu Lapu, running you down, Cap?" Yeah, I don't understand that, and I'm not going to worry about it. I've never done anything to Sharon Lapu Lapu but try to help her. She wants to interview me, and I think that's what it is. I declined, and either her or the guy who's kind of helping with her channel, either he's behind or she's behind it. But I don't understand it. I really don't understand what her motive is. I've never done anything to her or anybody really. I mean, it came out of left field. She's done replaced Mike's Philippine journey. Every video she makes is about me now, and I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. And I just let my subscribers handle it and be like, "Lady, what are you doing? Man, ain't done nothing to you." She pulls up a video from over 2 years ago before my house was even built. Talking about the fantastic 4 inches. And right there, I've got a pinned comment right there that says I'm not putting down Filipino men. I'm just using that to make my point that Filipinos prefer Filipino men no matter what you got, no matter how much money you got, how long your dick is. She knows that. But I don't get it. So, you got to ask her why she's doing it. Because I've never done it. I see her, dealing with all the other brothers. Like I saw her 53 Shades Darker and even Geechee Line. But I guess because, she's trying to bully me to make me, do the interview, she doesn't understand. Sharon, your viewers are my viewers. I gave you my viewers. You had 7 subscribers when your boyfriend gave me $50 or $60, whatever it was, to help you. You had 7. I set you on my panel until you made it. Now all of a sudden, I'm your worst enemy. It came out good. I promise you guys, I don't know where they're coming from. And I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? If that's her way to get clicks, she don't realize you can't troll people and be successful on YouTube. Eventually, that dies down. W Secrets to Success Blocks is one of the biggest credit bureaus, was hacked several years ago. Experience. I believe that's what's going on, man, because I've never had this problem before. I mean, I'm really sick about this 2550 because I know the work I'm going to have to go through to get it off my credit report and everything. I was shocked. I'm like, yeah, it's clickbait. It's clickbait. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm like, what the hell's going on with her? I mean, then, she's brought back up to 4F again. That was 6 months ago, Sharon. I mean, what are you doing? Who's putting you up to this? I don't get it. All through that video, I'm saying the Filipino is going to take him with his 100 old Honda 100cc, with the rear view mirrors missing and, on his last days. She's going to take him and that over you and that big Harley Davidson. It's just true. They understand each other's struggle. That's the whole point of that video. I mean, she doesn't understand. I've got Filipino children, actually Filipino children that are my blood. I live in a house full of women, Sharon. I mean, my God, you got to be kidding me. But, okay, Robert says, breathing through your nose increases nitric oxide. Floyd said, I searched a photo of a woman I was on a dating site with. She was arrested for kidnapping in Alaska and had a warrant. I knew she was too good to be true. Yeah, man, you got to be careful. You better know what you're doing on these dating sites. I stay off of them. If you don't know what you're doing on these dating sites, man, you need to stay off of them because they can be trouble. We make it look easy, but you better know what you're looking for. You better know what you're looking at, and you better know what you're doing. I mean, some guy sent me something the other day. The girl keeps asking for money. I said, so why are you dealing with her then? If she keeps asking for money, he's never met her. He's not going to be able to meet her until August of 2024. And he's telling her, say, hey, he sent me a screenshot. Says, hey, wait till I get paid. And she says, I need it now. You don't even have, she even did the conversion for him. 500 pesos or $10. And I was like, dude, that's a red flag. Get rid of her and get rid of her immediately. Roman Nomad says, I solved my problem eating beetroot. It increases blood circulation. It works, guys. I've got a friend of mine here. He's in Sikihor. Gave me something that he brought back from the States. I mean, it is unbelievable. But then when I ran out and I ordered some off of Shopee, it's not the same. It's not the same, man. And I got to take 2 pills instead. I was just taking 1 of the beetroot he gave me. He said, Cal, I became a pescatarian. I eat fresh vegetables, and I'm 56, no high cholesterol, and came off high blood pressure medication. Lifting weights and taking beetroot powder is better than ED medication. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that ED medication got to have some type of side effect. It's Viagra and all that. Because a lot of young guys take it. They don't even need it. But they take it because they want to stay hard for 3 or 4 hours, which is weird to me. Philip Gaines said, my friend told me that drinking snake's blood would do, and I took it up. I looked it up, and they do it in Thailand. Well, they said that that's what this balut is for. They said it's an aphrodisiac. And that's what they say it is. That's why you're supposed to eat it at night after you've been drinking. It's at night so you can't see it as well as in the day. It's hot. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's what it's supposed to help. Mr. T says, I unsubscribed from her channel after she made that video about you. She's starting to sound like a bitter Western woman. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm really shocked. It's like, I don't want that kind of trouble over here. And why me? Of all the, I can see if she didn't like black guys, but she likes black guys. I mean, what have I done to you? Because I won't do an interview. It's like, I'm not giving the viewers any new information. If you do the interview with me, they already know everything about me because I already told them. It's crazy to me. I just don't get it. Maryland's angry, and I don't want Maryland to get in trouble. It's not worth it. She said, I want to talk to her face to face. And I was like, no, just leave that alone, Maryland, because you don't really know what's going on. It could be somebody behind her paying her to do that. Hey, W Secrets of Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, her Sharon's channel isn't growing and not making money. She needs clickbait content, and you are it. Yeah, that's it, I guess. But this man that she deals with that paid me to put Sharon on, because if don't nobody know, man, the woman has 7 subscribers when she came on my panel. You would never have known about her if it wasn't for me. I would have did it for free, but he did, because he was a subscriber, man. He felt bad for some reason. He says, hey, here, can you help her? I said, sure, I'll help her. And I brought her on, and she did pretty good. You guys liked her. Then she got big, started growing. And now all of a sudden, I'm the victim of this stuff. And I'm like, lady, look, I'm over in the Philippines. I would never do you like that if you were in America. Okay, and that's what I used to tell my wife. I said, I would never mistreat you in America. So don't try to mistreat me over here. He says, I've not had good results on dating sites. This is because I'm black. You're aware of what some older, broken down non-blacks are getting publicly or not? Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. If you know what you're doing, Geechee Lion, you're not going to have any problems. You're probably making the same mistake that a lot of new guys who get on those dating sites make. You're going after these 10 and 15s on there. They're not looking at you. First of all, they're probably fake. And then if they do look at you, you've got just a pool of competition, man, that you're not going to be able to cut through. What you need to do is come out of that fantasy dreamland and realize that a 30-year-old five is better than you're ever going to dream of having anywhere on the planet. Okay? This is what you have to get in your mind. Filipino P is not walking through that door. Okay? And this is where you guys are messing up. These 5s and 6s over here and 4s, some of them, they look a whole lot better in person than they do online. Okay? Trust me. You're going to look a whole lot better than that 64-year-old, 69-year-old woman you were married to. He said no snake blood, tiger balls, etc. Yeah. Yeah, she's tripping for real. And I don't get it. I don't get it, man. You know, we shouldn't stand for that, guys, because if they do me, then what? I mean, what is he going to do? Why does people want me out of the Philippines so bad? I don't understand that. Why do they want me hurt so bad? What have I done is what I'm trying to say. Like, man, crazy what's going on. Kay Dallas said women in the Philippines are crazy. They will show up to your condo uninvited and will call you nonstop. This is crazy and exhausting. It's happened to me. I told my buddy, Spron's the same thing. I said, man, he was splitting up with his girl. I said, well, she knows where you live now. I said, you'll have to bring somebody else home and she'll be sitting there in your damn lobby. Or worse than that, the security may have let her upstairs. She's right there by your damn door. Because they will do that. See, they think that there's nothing about us that they have to respect when we're over here. This is what these women think, guys. Y'all don't understand it. Y'all looking at these little innocent women, man. It's like you have no rights over here that they think that they should respect. So yeah, you'll go home and they'll be sitting there in your damn lobby waiting. Yeah, he said, Barry says, go vegan. High cholesterol and blood pressure is the main culprit. Yeah, we got some stuff on here. You're not drinking enough water. If you're not, then just start drinking more water. I mean, water, unless you're thirsty as hell, water just has no taste to it. It's bland and, it's going to take some time to get that habit started again, but just remember that it's worth it. Always remember the benefits. Hey, the Sigma Enigma, thanks for that super chat. And remember, man, text me on the Patreon when you want to talk. I've been checking every day looking for your message. It's not there. But he says, hey, Cal, your expats workout vid rock a gym session. You're inspiring us old heads. Thanks. Oh, man, you're welcome, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be Ronnie Coleman or anybody like that. And I guess that's what the guy, man, he cut me to shreds. It said I'm not making any progress with my stomach. And I'm like, come on, dude. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, I can do it if you want me to. You want to challenge me, I'll do it. But it's not going to make any difference. I'm trying to get people up and active, man. Just walk around the block. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Hey, what's up, Smiley? Thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm a black man. I do pretty well in the Philippines in the dating scene. Absolutely. It has nothing to do with that. You got to be able to talk to women, though. You got to have some persuasion skills. You got to have some game, at least. At least conversation. If you don't have any conversation, you have nothing coming because Filipinos have a lot of personality, man. You can't just sit there like a damn bump on a log thinking these women just gonna fall over and be at your disposal. It doesn't work like that. But if you can get on there and just kind of she's wanting you to want her to kind of break through and get out of your own way, you're gonna have some success. But Smiley, these guys are going after the cream of the crop, which by the way, they aren't even real. It's the most beautiful women, man, in the Philippines are not on dating sites. They just had the Miss St. Carlos beauty pageant here during the festival. Those women are not on the dating sites, guys. Okay, and if you see them on there, they're fake. Laura says they do not someone else getting you, so they stay. Oh, they don't want someone else getting you, so they stay close. Is my guess. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It's beyond henpeck. If you look up the word henpeck in the dictionary, you're gonna see a Filipina. If she has her way, she's gonna be on you like white on rice, man. You know, she's gonna hold you accountable. Okay, all that stuff you was talking about online, you're gonna do it. And that's why I tell guys, don't make that commitment online. It's the worst thing you can do because she's going to remember everything you said, okay? And she's going to hold you to it. Geechee Lion says, Calvin, you're not without flaws, but in my opinion, you have no rival in the industry. Black men can identify with you more than anyone else. It's only because I'm my authentic self. I'm not portraying, some image or something. This is just, real life. I mean, that's all I know how to do, Geechee Lion. But as far as them dating sites, man, you're not a bad looking. You got a pension, you retired, you know, you're intelligent, you got a college degree, you're in your own way. Lower your expectations a little bit, and you're gonna have some success. Stop looking around at what these other guys have. That's another problem too. There's so many women over here who would give you a shot, but you got to give yourself a damn shot. No, the same. They're the same. Okay, Merlin's ex used to lock her in the house. I'm talking with a lock on the outside. Not only is that crazy, but that's very dangerous. So sometimes she would have to sneak out a window and sneak back in, hoping nobody saw her because he was checking. He's asking around, did she leave and all that stuff. See, I wouldn't put up with that, but she was dealing with that. Yeah, he locked her in. He said, Cal got me pumping 40s on the dumbbells. I love a good challenge. He said, a guy told me to pass on any woman 3 shades lighter than a normal Filipina. Well, I don't know, about that, but I just know that if you got a little game about yourself, some conversation, some persuasion, you got to sell yourself. We're all salesmen. You got to sell yourself on the woman. Why, you're the right one for her. And it don't take a whole lot. Okay? California World Traveler said, hey, Cal, do the beet pills work the same like beet juice? Yeah. Pure beet juice would probably be even better because, they're getting that beetroot powder from the actual beet. He said, Godson says, hey, Cal, what can you do to get off the high blood pressure and cholesterol pills? And what's the beefs that you take, Cal? Oh, you mean the beet root powder? Well, that's all in your diet. But a lot of stuff, you can't outrun heredity, ladies and gentlemen. If that high blood pressure is in your family, heart disease and all that, see, I will consult with my doctor and say, hey, if he's going to be honest with you, say, hey, what do I got to do? You're going to have to make a 180. Certainly, if you're smoking and drinking, that's got to go. And then your diet. Yeah, I'm not doing that for a bodybuilding contest, guys, But these guys, they will hold you to that standard. I'm not making a workout video. I'm just saying, hey, look, guys, let's get busy a little bit. It's going to help in the bedroom for certain. Let's go over some of this stuff again. Of course, old age. But in my thinking, let me live. As long as I can keep sticking something at 80, I'll be okay. By that time, Alzheimer's and kicked in, and I won't even know what sex is then. But at 60 years old, man, that would really bum me out. Hey, David S., thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, it would be great to dedicate an episode to ED for men. Some organized notes on activity, habits, and supplement would be great. Yeah, that's a good idea. I would rather do it on live stream because, you're fighting that algorithm on YouTube. And it's just, you put out anything really that's really informative, that's really going to help people, David, and nobody's going to click on it. YouTube is not even going to push it out there so they can click on it. Imagine the video that me and Steve did where Steve was saying, hey, I cured my own prostate cancer. I brought my PSA down from, his was a crazy 24 or 29 or something. He brought it down to less than 2. And YouTube wouldn't monetize the damn video. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, self-confidence, it is the key. You have to, we're all salesmen throughout our whole life. You got to sell people on your ideas and everything. Well, it's the same way on the dating site. You got to sell the woman on you, that you're a good man. If you keep it simple, you will. But if you start bragging and being boastful and arrogant, man, Filipinos are very intimidated by that. They're going to run from you. But if you say, I'm just a simple man, I come over, I want a simple life. I want somebody I can trust, a loyal, simple woman. Boom, that's it. That's all you got to do. Don't show the yacht in the back with the big old motorcycle and the car and all that fancy jewelry. Don't do it, man. You're going to run away the good ones and attract the bad ones. But Geechee Land, y'all see the video that I did with him. He's not a bad looking guy. But his conversation is what kind of goes left when it comes to women. Because I tried to introduce him to 2 nice looking women. They're not beauty queens, but hell, to him, they would be beauty queens at the little store around the corner. I did everything but set the woman on his damn lap. He couldn't take over. I'm like, hey, it's my friend, he's from America. You got a phone number, Geechee? Give her your number. Well, he couldn't move forward. So when you're like that, how can I help you? What's up, Craig? He said, damn, I'm afraid you 2 might do that. Yeah, because I guess they're thinking, well, here he comes with these false claims and stuff like that, right? But the real informative stuff, man, YouTube ain't looking at right now. Now, unless you Charleston White, Let's use Dwight Howard and talking about him sucking cob corns and corn cobs and all that stuff. Deion Sanders, let's use somebody like that right now, or that lady that got hit in the face with the brick. This is the stuff that's going to get you paid on YouTube. Or the lady that wouldn't go to the what is it? The Cheesecake Factory. Unless you're making those type of videos, you don't got nothing coming for real. You're just gonna stay in the regular, YouTube universe. You got to come up with some stupid stuff like that. You see where that big guy got? It's a warning to these reactionary channels, though. YouTube is saying, look, you can't keep rewarming this content. This is used content you're using. All that I told you guys that all that old fair use stuff, it's not real. Nobody's really pressed it. But these guys will put that up in their videos like that's going to stop somebody from filing a copyright and getting their channel pulled down. If I was somebody doing a reactionary channels right now, I'd be real worried. But they got that, because that's what he said. He had 800 and something thousand subscribers, so he was earning some money. The video he was talking, his last video was 200 something thousand views. Okay, that's what he said. I put that fair use on all my videos. It doesn't matter. YouTube, if YouTube comes after you, they can get you at any time. That's why I make organic content. I could go after all those guys, the troll me, they use my videos. If I only knew how to do it, I'd go and get that money for myself. You can't use my content, man. And because you put that fair use up, that don't mean nothing. So yeah, they got him, man. I would be real worried if I'm one of you guys out there doing those reaction channels. I would worry, man, because it's rewarmed, it's leftovers. YouTube's already paid. See, YouTube is saying, look, I've already paid the original person for these views and for content. Now I got to turn around and pay you. Guys, be careful. I'm just telling you. Hey, W Secrets of Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, I thought you showed a 22-foot white Cadillac with red interior to Maryland. No, I was, just talking to him. And actually, I catfished Maryland. I think I told y'all this. Because, my wife was still here. She was getting ready to leave, but I knew she was leaving. And I wasn't going with her. And I never signed up with being by myself over here. So I put my face on the dating site. So I went and, in the stock department online, Google, and got an older looking black man and put his face on there and a few pictures of him. And, and just start talking to him. Remember, it's the conversation, really, because they're not looking at your face. So then when we finally get camera, Marilyn's like, that's not you, and I was like, well, that's my father. But I eventually told her why I did that. But it comes down to you got to be able to talk W Secret Success, or you don't have nothing coming. Travis Gibson says, I'm sick of these reaction videos. It's hard to find the original video with all these people repurposing video. That's right. And YouTube is getting tired of it. Like I said, they're paying double now. It's crazy. But, I'm warning you guys. And when people really start coming down on people about using their content, they'll stop. LA Detroit said comedian Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live complained about men having ED. Hate to say this, but who can get excited about her underneath them? Well, see, this is where I got the idea from LA Detroit. I saw that same um, video. It's a reaction video. And it's like, she was telling the truth, though. You know, comedians, they're going to tell the truth in a funny way. She's telling the truth, man, on a lot of that stuff. And it's something we need to look at. But I think you're right. Coming from her, it came off wrong. But coming from me and any other man, you know, it might hit the mark. But everything she said was true. Our diet's messed up. We're not going to the doctor. We're not drinking water. And it's not working a lot of times. It's not working the way it's supposed to, where these young women want it to work. Coming over here or wherever you're going, Brazil, Colombia, DR, you're dealing with young women, man, you know. And then y'all said they don't want you for the money. Then what they want you for if they don't want you for the money? If you can't do that, or you can't do it to their satisfaction, I mean, but you know, you can make yourself believe anything. Jacob Johnson said, I really thought she was on the other team. Yeah, organic content, original content, Carl. This stuff's original. Come up with. It's not new. I didn't say it was new, but it's original. It's out of my mind. It's not using somebody else's video, sitting there making, you know how they do, like they really, making, look, listen. I don't do stuff like that. That's not creating content to me. Crazy. He said, don't need game. Women have a way of making themselves accessible if they like you. But see, you got to understand, man, it's not like that over here. See, we're bringing that Western thinking over here. Yeah, that's like that in your culture. But women have to know on that dating site that they can handle you, that they can deal with you, that you're easy going. You got to say something or do something to make them feel comfortable, man. You're not in America. In the Philippines, they're scared to death of you for real. You got to make them feel comfortable. That's up to you. Timothy Bright, thanks for the super chaser. Ops, we talking old cars. Now I'm on board. Oh, okay. They drink the juice, Law. Well, see, that's not, you don't have to have the gift of gab, Carl. Okay, I've got a buddy up in Makati right now. Not Makati, Manila. His name is Carl, by the way. He don't have the gift of gab. But I mean, you got to have some type of, you got to at least let the woman know you're interested besides putting in there, I'm interested. Eventually, you're going to have to come in front of the camera. All you got to do is say, hello, I saw your profile and I was interested. If you want to take this forward, let's do that. That's all you got to do. Remember, they're looking for us. All you got to do, Carl, is stand up so they can see you. Stand away from the crowd. But you got to make her feel comfortable. Merlin was already chatting with two other guys that she was comfortable with. They were sending money and everything. They both were. It just so happened that I intercepted it. I made the interception, the pick 6. And in my case, the pick 7. Jeffrey Taylor, that's what I'm saying. Some guys need a shot of courage to talk to ladies. Yeah, why not? Okay, if that's your case, if that's the case with you, Carl, hell, hit you a shot of Hennessy or something. Same with you, Geechee. I saw you drinking. What's that drink that you like, honey?
Where's it go?
The mule. I know you was tipsy on that. That's when you get in the damn dating right? After you're tipsy. Then you can talk to the woman, but you can't talk to her like you would talk to a woman over there. Hey, baby, and all that. You don't want to do that. She's on the dating site for the same reason you are. You're on the dating site to meet somebody. That's all you have to know. So all you got to do is work on that premise. She wants to meet you. So you say, hey, I'm coming there, in 2 weeks. You want to meet, I'm not rushing anything. In your mind, you are. You're already undressing and everything. I know you. But you don't want to tell her that. I'm coming in 2 weeks. If it works, it works. Let's see if there's a spark. They love that word spark because they're really looking for that. They're looking for that spark. If it's not there, they're out of there. I don't care how much money you got or whatever. But if that spark is there, you're in there. But you got to say something like, okay, well, let's meet at Ayala. I know a nice restaurant we can eat there. It's 12 o'clock. Do the old insurance game on them where we be making appointments. Ma'am, it's 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Which is best for you? See, we done already, got her to commit. It's 12 or 2. This is what they call the, what do they call that? Anticipated clause or something. It's been so, but that's what we used to do. You try to lock them in. That's what I'm saying. So then she'll say, 12 or 2. 2, because 12 is too early. I got to find somebody to watch the kids. Okay. There you got it then. Thanks. What time is it, Travels? Thanks for that super sticker. But you got to keep it simple. Filipinos are simple, man. Yeah, always be closing. Yeah, I'm closing. Because I'll say something like this. If I'm at an appointment and I know the lady's real close to, and I'll say like, well, I'm going to need your signature before any of this is going to go into effect, Miss Smith. And she's like, oh, okay. Get them to saying yes. If you can't do anything else, just say, are you looking for a good man? Yeah. Are you looking for somebody who's going to respect you? Yeah. Keep them saying yes. And then next thing you know, you say, well, you want to meet for lunch? She's going to automatically say yes. You got her in the habit of saying yes. I got to pull out my old salesman tips to help you guys. I will. But you really don't need that over here. She's wanting you. She's looking for you. Laura says a lot of YouTube I see has pets, cats, and dogs. YouTube has many topics. Females are half the population. So my guess, viewers like women. Well, in certain genres, Laura, you're right. When it comes to the Philippines, Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Thailand, the women are the number one topic. But you're right. I've got a subscriber here. He's got a big following. I don't know if it's big as mine, but he's actually got followers. He's a real artist. And when I'm talking about a real author, and his subject matter is dogs. He's a dog trainer. He's probably watching now. He would never come out and say, hey, I'm watching. But when I was thinking about going back to Chicago, he offered me to stay in one of their apartments in Chicago for a couple of days. But you're right, it is a lot of topics on YouTube. But when you're talking about the Philippines, yeah, they want to talk about the women. That's what they want to talk about, Laura. Hey, who is this? Roderick Lee, thanks for that super chat. He said, good day, Calvin and fellow gentlemen. Dr. Rachel Ross YouTube channel is a great channel for all things ED related. She's an MD. Yeah, I'm just trying to get guys comfortable enough to talk about it. We're getting old, so of course that's going to affect it. You're not drinking enough water. When's the last time you went to the doctor? Let him do the prostate exam or whatever it is. If you got a problem there, say, hey, or if it's running well, if the engine's running well, that's when you go get a tune up. Keep it running well. Why do we wait until we're having problems with the car? Do you take it in for a tune up or a checkup? This is the problem. We do everything backwards. It's preventive maintenance. When your car is running good, that's when you need to take it in there to make sure they got these diagnostic things that can see down the road. Like, hey, I can see down here that your carburetor is clogging up or whatever it is. You're having problems with your what's that? A catalytic converter. But we won't do it. We wait. This same with the doctor. And I tell you that you don't want an insurance plan. You want a miracle worker because you want to show up with all your damn arteries clogged. You down of a stroke, heart attack. You got cancer, AIDS, and you want them to help you. That's our problem. When you're feeling good, that's when you need to go to the doctor. Hey, W Secrets of Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, Geechee, we know you're not a pimp, but you got pimp tendencies. But that's his problem. He's not a bad looking guy. He's tall, but it's his conversation. He can't. W Secrets of Success, I promise you, man. I had him right there. These two women, they both would have went out on the date with him, but he couldn't. I gave him the handoff. I gave him the handoff at the 1 foot line. He got stopped. The goal line stand. He couldn't make it. It was like, really, I want to say the 1 inch line. He couldn't make it. They stopped him in his tracks. It's true. I mean, and both of them would have been an upgrade for him. Hell, you remember he just got out of a marriage with a 69-year-old woman. Hell, what's a 69-year-old woman look like with her clothes off? What are you talking about? Hey, Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience. He says, definitely check if having ED, real possible warning sign of a future cardiac event. Yeah, that's a good point. But the thing is, when you're feeling good right now is when you should go to the doctor. You don't go to the doctor because once your body starts showing signs and symptoms, it's probably too late. It's already at your doorstep, whatever it is. But we're talking about ED today. If you go there and you say, man, I'm feeling good. What do I have to do, doc, to keep feeling good? Keep doing this, and that. Cut this out and cut that. You don't show up, your damn balls dragging. You can't get it up to save your damn soul. But you going there because now you're looking for a miracle. It's too late. So you haven't visited your doctor in forever. Get a checkup before you get the tune-up. Okay, no exercise routine at all. You're inactive. You're on the inactive reserve list. You trying to hit a home run, you got to come up to the plate. You got to step up to the plate. A lot of you guys just show up because, see, that's the thing. Okay, and you think I'm playing. We think that all we got to do is show up. Filipinos will accept anything, right? You hear what Geechee Lion said? He said, I can see those other non-black guys and look at what they got and look at how they look. But it's not true. It's enough of them out there, but you got to look at the woman too. Now, if you see these guys, then look at that woman. Can she be trusted? Hey, Timothy Bright, thanks for that super chat. He said, fellas, set your pride aside and get your prostate checked. My former coworker had a spot and it was removed, caught it in time. Glad I got checked, no issues. And see, that's what it is. We're afraid, Timothy, that if we go there and he sticks his finger up there, he's going to find something. One out of 15 men are misdiagnosed. So nobody wants to be that one. Okay. And then, they're always going to, like Steve said on the video when I interviewed him, he said his doctor wanted him to get that $30,000 operation. Okay. They wanted to cut his prostate out and then that would have been lights out. But he said, no, wait, let me try everything else. When all else, then I'll come back and have that operation. Well, he was fortunate enough, and he was, desperate enough, guys. Trust me, you don't know what you can do until you have to do it. And when death is staring you in the face, you'll make some changes. That's what he did. He made drastic changes and it saved his life, saved his sex life. Me and him are the same age. He's got a 27-year-old girlfriend over here. And they're not playing tiddlywink damn bedroom. That's a fact. So yeah, get it checked. Robert Dames says ED is a result of low T check. Low T. Check your blood levels. Demand that they check. It's not a part of a normal blood panel, but it's on the list. Just check the box. Cedric Giles said Corey Holcomb told Leslie, hell, you need a horse. Yeah, but she was, if we can get past all that, because that's on here, when you're dealing with ugly, unattractive women, that's it may give you ED. I mean, she's not going to turn you on. She opens up her leg, she got stains in her damn underwear and, this smells like a damn pig. You're not going to get it up. But if you got a beautiful, attractive woman that turns you on, you'll know if you got ED or not. You will know. What's up, big dog? Thanks for that super sticker. My thing was, I just got tired of arguing and begging with my ex-wife. And by that time, when she says, oh, just go ahead and turns over, and cocks her leg, I'm like, I don't want it. You just get tired of that. So you go to bed, and then you don't even get turned on anymore. Because you got to go through that whole routine, all that rigmarole of, begging and pleading and, promising and negotiating. You just get tired of it. You say, well, hell, I'd rather go without it. And then you go to the other thing that gets us in trouble, masturbation and pornography. They go hand in hand, by the way. Pun intended. Hey, Mithringo, thanks for that super chat. He says, yeah, seeing the same woman naked for 40 years is like watching a candle melt. Yeah, in Geechee Lyons' case, his ex-wife was 69. It's like, no wonder you can't get it up. Who wants that old? She got a dragon pussy. I mean, it's dragging the ground. You don't want that, man. I remember when I was little, I told y'all this story before. I'm out playing in the alley, man, and the woman, she's putting, back in them days, they pinned the clothes on the line, and then she'll bend over, get some more out of the basket. And I see this old piece of meat hanging down from I thought it was her stomach first. It was a damn pussy, man. I mean, it scared me. I didn't want anything to do with pussy after that. Because I was little. And whenever I saw the lady, I just, it's always, that's the only image I could see in my mind. It's this old piece of, look like an old piece of steak. Just grab a piece of steak or pork chop and hold it in your hand. That's what it looked like. Yeah, dragging pussy, but it was dragging the damn ground. And no wonder you can't get it up, Geechee. I don't blame you. I couldn't get it up either. But it's true. Y'all know it's true. Damn. See, I'm on this so stupid phone. Wait. Let's see. Here. It says Philippine Express says too much porn is a dark road to travel. You can't watch extremes for any period of time and expect normal to work for you. Now, are you telling us out of experience, or is that conjecture? I know you was a truck driver for a long time. You truck drivers, hell, y'all got that porno, beef curtains. He says this is why when people grow older, their vision fades a bit. That's funny. Okay, he says K Dallas said they checked my prostate when they checked my colon to make sure I was cancer free. Yeah. But we're afraid to go in there because we know for a fact that they're going to come up with something, man, because we don't trust them. You see what Steve said. They wanted to give me, he was pressuring me into that $30,000 operation, man. Well, that's what keeps me going. She is hot. And she works on it every day, man. Marilyn looks good, man. And I don't say that because she's laying over there, man. I'm going to tell you, that's the reason why I'm 60, man. I'm pretty sure she's shocked at my performance, but she shouldn't be. Because, a 60-year-old man over here, he's a senior. They gave me a senior discount at the gym the last time I went. I was shocked. Normally 100 pesos, she charged me 80. I'm like, well, I counted it, ready to go down the steps and say, hey, ma'am, you didn't charge me enough. She said, yeah, we gave you the senior discount. See, they give you 20% off across the board here. If you got an ID with your birthday on it, showing you're 60 and over. But over here, a 60-year-old man, hell, he's shot for the most part. He's not out there in the driveway doing a damn metabolic workout. That's for damn sure. He said, Laura said, I think, Calvin, you saw a prolapsed uterus coming down through the vagina. I guess, I don't know what that was, but it scared me. As an 8-year-old boy, it's like, what the hell is that? Yeah, King B Stacker's in the house. When you coming back, King B? I think, did you say December? Yeah. I mean, ED is just erectile dysfunction. It means you can't get hard. It doesn't mean it does. I don't think they have a definite cause. If you go to the doctor and say, "Man, I can't get it up," and then you show him a picture of your wife, then he's going to diagnose you right there. He's not going to go with the you're not drinking water. You're not. You didn't have prostate cancer. He said, this ugly ass woman you sleeping next to every night, that's where your ED's coming from. It just, people have ED for different reasons, Carl. It's not just from whatever it is. He said that prolapsed uterus is real, Calvin. Damn, that image would have ruined me too. Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't know. I didn't know that's what it was. So, like I said, it just looked like a damn dragon pussy. and she was a little short lady. It was one of my friends. It was her grandmother. Yeah, that's probably what it was, Laura. Al said, Cal has no filter. These women get mad. I'm just telling you the truth, guys. Y'all know it. Just like Leslie Jones was telling the truth. The men got mad at her, and now they want to turn around and get mad at her and start talking about her. She was probably helping some of us, saving our damn life. But let's keep going. It says, uh, you've had the surgery. Some guys can't get it up anymore, or they need help, right? And there's no shame in that. I would rather, because, I'm going to tell you something. This is how fake people are now. Everybody knows that Shannon Sharp, he had prostate cancer, right? And he had the surgery and everything like that. Well, the other night, him and Ocho Cinco, they're talking about, Ocho Cinco says, hey, I used to take a half a pill of Viagra and drink a can of, what do you call it, Red Bull before the game. And, man, I all over the place, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And then so Shannon Sharp started talking about, yeah, I take that blue pill and then I beat it up. And then when I come back without the blue pill, she says, I want the dick from the last time. And I'm like, man, good and well, you ain't doing nothing, Shannon Sharp, right now. You probably got a damn pump underneath them tight ass pants you be wearing. That's about all you getting. He said, funny, at least a man could say he knocked the bottom out. Yeah. But yeah, Shannon Sharp, no, he's not doing nothing, man. And I'm not, I'm not joking on him. I'm just saying he knows that. It takes a while to come back. Gary Courtney said, Calvin, I left you a link. What, here on here, Gary? Jeffrey Taylor, you know you don't have any problem, man. Boy, when you start having problems down there. Is there anybody on here that's got a sexless life? I mean, that you just don't get aroused by women anymore. What's that feel like, man? Can somebody talk about that? Are you like walking around like a zombie? Even, the Instagram models don't move you anymore. I mean, what's that really like, man? He said they're saying Shannon Sharp's on the DL. And I don't know, but I know he ain't doing nothing with a damn missing prostate. But he could be, he's a big ass football player, but this is that manly man stuff we was talking about the other day. He's gotta put that facade of strength up there, knowing he's missing his prostate. He probably got a damn what do you call that the kids like to eat that I buy now? Them little bitty wieners, what they call? No, the wieners, the hot dogs, them little ones I buy in the can. Huh? What'd you say? Yeah, the what sausage? What kind of sausage? Vienna sausage, yeah. He said, damn, Calvin went on Shannon about tight ass pants. Yeah, tight ass pants he wearing. He know good and damn well ain't nothing. He ain't doing nothing. But he's got to put that, he's got to put that image out there that he's knocking women into last week, knowing good and well he ain't doing nothing. He's probably cuddled with a damn pillow at night. Because, you got to understand, when a guy got that type of money, you're going to see him with somebody. Every time, you see something about Shannon Sharp, he's trying to talk to somebody. And they turned him down or whatever. Now somebody's gonna see you, man, take a picture and be like, look at Shannon Sharp out here with his woman. I mean, does he got children or anything like that? Come on, man. He says, Market Focus says, if they have a sexless life, they must have a lot of money, spending money on chicks. I don't know. I'm just saying, but a woman wouldn't even turn you on. There'll be no use for women. Is there somebody watching right now who has no use for women in their life? I'm not talking about semen retention and all that stuff. That's another subject for another day. We're just talking about maybe you had the surgery, maybe you're just old and that doesn't work anymore. You know, you don't have that urge anymore that, you know, that pushes men to the brink of insanity. See, I don't know what kind of life that would be without that. If I don't go crazy seeing an old tight pair of yoga pants walking past me, if that don't arouse me, then hell, I might as well jump off the damn cliff. Oh, okay, so Shannon got paid escort. Well, they ain't doing nothing. Okay, if anybody's out there that had that surgery, well, he's missing a prostate, dude. He ain't doing nothing. He might have a damn you know, but like I said, because he wants the people they want to satisfy the woman, but they don't want to satisfy themselves. I want some satisfaction too. I just want to satisfy some woman, you know. Now, for regular men who can still, get a climax, we try to satisfy the woman first because we know we're gonna get ours. But just to be up there with a damn pump and then pumping it and taking a whole handful of Viagra and all the other stuff, and then, you know, and sitting there and you're going to beat the woman half to death, and she's going to have a prolapsed uterus by the time you get done with her. And just to say, yeah, look, I tore it up. Yeah, you did. You literally tore it up. I don't see the purpose in that. AC King says, I was having trouble using the bathroom. I had the Turk procedure. Now I'm pissing like a racehorse and the soldiers standing at full attention. I feel much better. Some old guys need it. Yeah, what is a Turk? What is that? Because some guys are on, what's that prostate medicine that a lot of men are taking? Okay, yes, kids he talks about from time to time. Yeah, Vienna sausages. Yeah, he ain't doing nothing now. Uh, Pumpkin Joe Filthy Express says, I stopped dating and worked full time 2 years before leaving the U.S. Too many friends I knew living broke via courts, working for free to baby mama. I made my money and kept to myself until my flight. Now, when you mean you kept to yourself, that means you didn't fool with any women, which it takes a lot of discipline. And I wouldn't say nothing's wrong with that. Timothy Bright says, I can't believe Maryland is a sad cow on the bed. Uh, Dragon pussy, tight pants, Vienna sausage. Yeah, because Maryland knows that, I live in reality. And remember, they don't understand a lot of the stuff we're saying, guys. They don't. So I could say some stuff. But I don't care. She says she understands, but she don't care. She understands what elephant pussy is because she said, stop saying that about women. Well, if you got a big ass pussy, it's called an elephant pussy. Yeah, Flomax. Yeah, Flomax. That's what it is. Thanks, C-Dub. I mean, why would you get mad at me for telling the truth? I mean, King B Stacker, hell, he was here. He knows that he's been to the Philippines. He knows of what I'm saying. A lot of stuff I'm saying is on the money. He's been here. He's not a dreamer anymore. He's actually come over here and tested his ED. He took his ED test and passed, because a lot of guys come over here. We're broke, man. We, was like, man, is this damn thing even still working? We're tired of the masturbation and pornography. We want the real thing. He said, testicular transplant is not the answer. No, that's not it, man. If you don't have a prostate, man, you're in trouble. That's all I'm saying. And that's why a lot of guys got on here and got mad at me when I was talking about monk mode. They thought I was picking on them because a lot of guys have had that surgery, but I wasn't. I never heard of monk mode. And one man got mad at me. I mean, he really got mad at me. I'm like, and then he, messaged me, yeah, because I had the surgery. Well, I don't know you had the surgery, man. I'm not picking on you. And so, he said it's a struggle for him. And I'm like, okay, well, eventually, does that, after having that done, whatever type of surgery, do you eventually come back to normal? Does it really, does you eventually come back to normal? Are you just done for the rest of your life? Because Chosen One was already talking about God, and I was like, man, I like to talk to God. Be like, man, why you put that on us, man, like that? That would really be a punishment. Yeah, he said, I love learning new things. Terp. Yeah, what is that? What happens there? Because they got all kind of stuff now. The doctors have gotten compassionate. They're not trying to, destroy a man's life by taking his prostate cancer out anymore. They're one guy that I had, a friend of mine, he got it trimmed down there. And then, you can take all different procedures now. They don't just go straight for the jugular anymore like they used to. And render men, men was like, it was just a bad situation. That's why we never would talk about that. That was like prostate cancer and ED was like, that was all, you couldn't, that was off the table. You can't talk about that. Yeah, he said taking notes. Oh, he said copy, but it takes about 6 months or so. Okay, yeah. After your prostate is gone, or just different procedures. Because these doctors, man, they understand, if a man goes in there, I'm 45 or whatever, I'm 50, I'm 60. And, I got prostate cancer, I gotta have the procedure, okay? Take it light, doc, don't take me all the way out of the game. Okay, Frank Ellis said TERP is an operation on the prostate is very safe. Oh, okay. Have you had it done, Frank, or that you just read about it? I'm too paranoid about that. But like I said, when I go home, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna get it checked again. I got checked about 5 years ago. I got it checked when I was 40. I used to get it checked like every other year, and then I haven't had it checked in 5 years. But some men, it's so traumatic, guys. Y'all think I'm playing, that they will die rather than have that operation. That's why we need to talk about it. We need to get the real information out here instead of letting people go to that, thinking that that's their only option, or when they take out, I'm never gonna be able to be intimate with a woman again. See, that's not true, right? What's up, Yusuf? Habib? Yeah, they have the PSA blood test, but he's gonna stick his hand in there first, and then if it seems like it may be swollen or enlarged, then they'll do the PSA. And Steve, man, was knowledgeable about this stuff. He knew all the numbers, but he was way up there. He had like a 24. I mean, really. I mean, if he was gonna die, if prostate cancer was gonna kill him, he would have died. He had 20, 24. That's the highest I've ever seen. Okay, so yeah, he's doing okay now. Okay. Kente Dancy says, I rejected the surgery. The MF sure offered it as an answer. So what did they do? Did they just give you pills, or what did they do, Kente Dynasty? What other procedures are there out there? What time is the travel? Said, don't forget getting the scope. A lot of men scared of that. I just lost an uncle with colon cancer. Yeah, you know, I admit, sometimes I read too much, man, and they say 1 out of 3 of us in America is going to die of cancer, and I'm like, man, that's some crazy numbers. And I read this years ago, but man, it seems to be true. It seems to be true. I lost my mother to cancer. I mean, so many people on my mother's side of the family died of cancer. So many of my friends have died of cancer, and something's going on. Hey, retro bass, retro is that retro boy? He says, "How's it going, Cap? Out there, but just watch the electronic scenario." What's that? What are you talking about? What's the electronic scenario? He's big dog. Go for it, man. You may have a shot. Your prostate problems are due to a crappy Western diet. Well, it affects black men more than anybody. Now, I know somebody's going to jump on here and say, oh, it doesn't matter what race you are, it's going to get you. No, it affects black men more often, man. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with that. Prostate massaging helps before you get bad. Now, what is, as long as it ain't kinky or nothing, he said we all would die because our heart would stop beating. Yeah. But I don't think anybody wants to die prematurely. Yeah, we're all going to die, but prematurely. And then as a man, you're still in the prime of your life, really sexually. That's the last thing you want to hear is that, you need that surgery. Or there's something going on down there. We got to take it out. Oh, that mass murder. We're over in America, another mass murder? What's going on? What's up, global CZ boy lover? He says a complete screening checkup in Thailand, if you're already in Southeast Asia, is something to think about. It is, but we won't go to the doctor. That's one of the things on the list. That's what Leslie Jones said. Is that her name, Leslie Jones? She said you ain't going to the doctor. He said put your dick in his hand. You don't even put your dick in the doctor's hand. But it's some things that women go through too, and they don't want to have it checked. I mean, we're just living in a reckless time, really, man, because a lot of us, man, we just ain't taking no precautions. As soon as we see the pussy, man, we diving into it. You have no idea what's going on. Well, what's he talking about? The mass murder in the Philippines, electronic. I don't know what you're talking about. Jeffrey says, I got my screening this July in Thailand. It's very professional. Edward Lawler says, Black community has to do better with healthcare checkups and many things will be caught before it's bad. Yeah, I mean, but men in general are bad at going to the doctor and getting frequent checkups and everything, Edward. We're bad at that. We don't want to sit in the doctor's office for 2 or 3 hours. We're afraid of what he's going to find, so we don't go. We think if we just ignore it, it's going to go away. No, it's going to get worse. That's usually what happens. Timothy Bright said, even with makeup, I don't think any man could get it up with Leslie. Somebody. Yeah, he says, I'm terrified. Real talk. I know. He said, STD rates are at an all-time high in America, man. But we don't care, guys. We throw caution to the wind. We're over here in Southeast Asia, and we throw caution to the wind. Man, you know, if somebody would just come on here, okay, you know how in the NFL and the NBA, they always trot out a beautiful woman to talk to the guys, and they drooling all over. And then she comes out and says, you know, I got AIDS. And it shocks the whole room. I think somebody needs over here for us. Somebody needs to say, look, man, I went over there. I was reckless. I was doing X, Y, Z. Man, now I got it. And, you know, maybe he can help somebody. But we're full steam ahead. I mean, you haven't been in a doctor in ages. The woman you're dealing with hasn't been in a doctor with ages. Let me tell y'all something, guys. 2 sickos don't make a well-old. Okay? There's no telling what's waiting for you over here or waiting for her. He says, I'm 31 from the USA and been in Manila for the past year. I don't even want to look at a woman anymore. I've had all the girls I could ask for, but sleeping with lots of new girls gets really old. Yeah, I guess that will get old. I've always been a one-woman man, really. I just have. I've been a one-woman man. It doesn't take a lot to satisfy me. If you turn me on and, we can get along and you would have decent cooker, but you have to be a good cleaner. I'm there, but just to be jumping from one woman to the next, I can't. I got to be comfortable with a woman. Doesn't make me a saint, but I hear you, man. I hear what you're saying. But yeah, he says, I love it. 2 sickos don't make a well. Yeah, a friend of mine said that to me. But it's true, Laura. A lot of men, we don't know what we're bringing over here. I told you there was a guy he's the only man, but he's kind of weird. But he's the only man I ever knew that he would send a woman to the doctor before he went to see her, wherever it was. Because I said he was weird because wherever Filipinos are around the world, he would travel there. He would meet them on a dating site. He would travel there to see them. But he would send them to the doctor first. This guy had to spend thousands of dollars doing it, but he did it, and he would want to show me the results. And a couple of times I looked, and I promise, man, my conscience, I said, I don't want to look at this stuff. He showed me several results of women. Some of them were clears, some of them were not. They had UTI, warts. I mean, it's true, guys. I can go back in my email and get it, but I wouldn't show it because it's private information. But he's the only one that did that. But anybody else that I would say, hey man, why don't you do that? They'll look at you like you crazy. But what if she gets mad? Well, what? Would you rather her be mad or you dead? Or something, or you got something, you bring back something rid of. Because, nowadays, AIDS is not a death sentence like it used to be. But I still wouldn't want. Yeah, I believe STD rates are high all over the world. He said, get your new lady checked out before you fall. Yeah, well, AIDS is running over here, but it's mostly with men. But you have to understand, guys, something over here that's going on. A lot of men have sex with homosexuals as a hustle, and then they go home and give it to the woman. And then here you come along, you haven't checked nothing. You jump right in the damn oven when you come over here. We're too trusting, man. Remember I told you we throw our common sense out the window when we get on that plane. Some of the guys I've met over here are so accomplished, man. They're more accomplished than anybody I've ever met my whole entire life. They're over here. But boy, are they reckless. All that college education, all that work experience, all that money does them no good. They jump right in the bed with somebody. They have no idea who she's been with, what disease they have, or nothing. They throw caution to the wind. It's just something that we need to talk more about, and we shouldn't be worried about whether or not um, the woman gets mad or not. Yeah, he said Philippines is nowhere near the top of STD rates. Stop passing misinformation. Yeah, yeah. If you don't really know for sure, yeah. Because some guy says, hey, why don't you do a video on that? I'm like, well, I don't have any experience with that. And, I mean, why would I would be babbling about something like that? I only know what I've read. But honestly, we need to have more caution, man, when we come over here to protect the young lady too. Because they're so trusting, man. You don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but she treats you like y'all gonna be together for the rest of your life, and you may only be with her for that night or a couple of nights. So at least you be clean. At least Lamar Boss says, how's condom use looked upon in the Philippines? Remember this is a Roman Catholic society. So of course the Roman Catholics, they're gonna frown on it. And remember a lot of people over there are very conservative for real. We're the ones who come over here. We don't change them, but we corrupt them in a lot of ways. I think if you brought condoms to the relationship, she wouldn't have a problem with that. Remember, the population over here, it doubled in the last 40 years. I didn't say it, that's just a fact. And I was kind of shocked. I was like, wow, because I was just sitting up watching YouTube one day, and it was a video of Ferdinand Marcos Sr. I guess it's like 83 or 84. He's in the White House. Ronald Reagan's there, and he's thanking Ronald Reagan. He says, on behalf of Philippine First Lady and the 50 million Filipino citizens, we want to thank you for having us as guests. Okay. And I was like, and I had to go back. I promise you, I had to go back and listen to that again. I said, 50 million? There's no way. He said 53 million. I said, there's no way he could be telling the truth. This is 1983. Fast forward to 2023, man, it's 110 million. It doubled in 40 years. Okay, Lamo says, I'm 76. I started ED 5 years ago. A generic Viagra was 50 pesos at TGP. Having to urinate does help also. Having an understanding partner 6 years now helps tremendously. Hey, thank you, man. He's 76. But you're not all the way out of the game, though, are you? Are you all the way gone? Now, how old is your partner? If you don't mind telling us. Because I've got friends over here. He's about your age, and I want to say his girlfriend's 23, and he said he doesn't. I think he's got ED, but he says that they make love in their own way. He didn't speculate, and I didn't ask him to. Uh, you know, okay, she's 41. Yeah, that's 1950. We're saying in the last 40 years. That would be 73 years. He says, no, no, not at all. So what do you mean you can't have sex at all? But I mean, what does that feel like, Lamo, is what I'm trying to get to. Maybe you can help some of us. I mean, is life still the same? Do you still have the same pep in your step when you get up in the morning and you're still glad to be alive? Okay, he says, what are the 5 major reasons again? Well, I've got more than I got old age, Robert. Eventually it's gonna catch up with you like it did with our friend Lamo. You can't outrun Mother Nature. We're not drinking enough water, gentlemen. Get water back into your diet. We haven't visited your doctor in so long. It's probably been years. Get the checkup before you get that tune up. No exercise routine or you're inactive. Certainly if you're smoking or drinking, put that down, man. You got a bad diet. McDonald's, Jollibee. You're not eating any fresh fruit. Fried foods all the time. Microwave foods. Masturbation and pornography. They go hand in hand, Robert. Now, the thing about it is, you have to be honest with yourself. You can't sit there and beat yourself to death, and then once you get with a woman, expect it to work properly. You know, I had to tell a woman one time. No, I had to tell Merlin. I said, there's not a bone in that damn thing. I don't have a bone in my dick. Okay. So that's what, you guys, you want to masturbate and use pornography, that's not going to help. Unattractive women that you're dealing with. If you got an unattractive partner, that goes a long way into keeping you from being 100%, being the man you're supposed to be. Like I told you, the guy went to the doctor and he says, hey, I'm having ED problems. He said, let me see a picture of your wife. And he said, hell, divorce her and you'll be okay. And that's what happened to me. I got tired of begging and pleading and negotiating. I just said, forget it. I don't even want it. And then I came over here and it was all different. Okay, now this is what I'm saying, Laura, about health and health care. A lot of times, says, Calvin, some men have spinal cord injuries and lose abilities. Other areas become erotic and feel good. Now, you speaking out of experience, Laura, or just from what you've heard? I mean, I don't know. Can you have a climax in your damn ears or something? I don't really know. That'd be nice if you could. A woman sit there and stroke your damn ear and you get off. Can you do that? Or what is it? And she said, yeah, other areas. That's what I want to know. What's the other areas? That's what I mean. He says, other areas. But yeah, guys, I want to thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. We're almost there with the Christmas giveaway. We probably got about 4 more and we'll be done. But the thing is, guys, y'all don't have to match me. I think people got that wrong. You don't have to match me. I said, Devin Harris match me. And then I came up with the idea, well, hell, maybe I can get some help. Maybe we can give 10 people that, and hell, whatever we get, we'll give it all away. But I want to thank y'all for that. All your support, man. Go and watch that workout video. If you can do it without being critical, man. The point of the video is to get you started again, to get you motivated, to get active again. Get out there and walk if you can't do nothing else. They've got those cheer aerobics now. If you can believe Facebook, and you got this guy from 28 days, he goes from this like this all the way down to this. I don't believe anything on Facebook, but it's better than nothing. Help somebody if you haven't helped anybody. And my house is not falling down. I wanted to show you guys a progression of the house. Remember, I built it in front of y'all on my YouTube channel. So I'm just showing y'all, okay, here it is after 2 years, we got cracks. I'm not worried about it. I know that the foundation settling has a lot to do with it. Okay, but we didn't go cheap. We didn't hire some inferior engineer. He's one of the best. This guy travels all over Southeast Asia for his consulting and everything. He's no joke. I just wanted you to be aware when you build a house, 95% cement and hollow block, and you start seeing cracks, don't panic, because you guys are building houses a lot bigger than mine. You're paying a whole lot more money. I didn't want you to panic and then get angry at whoever you had build the house. It's just a common occurrence. But y'all have to understand that in December 2021, when this house was only months finished, it withstood a Category 5 typhoon. So I'm not worried about a couple of cracks, but I'm going to fix them, and that's what he's doing now. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Oh, remember the meet and greet, November 25th, next Saturday in Angeles City at the T-Bag Sports Bar. Good food, good people, good conversations. Come on out, 12 noon to 5. Take care.